reckon we just don't include that. The critique I've had has been
long.
you ramble. Yeah.
You ramble or we
I
ramble?
ramble and then...
Should we just be robotic?
Yeah.
Hey,
Jammers,
welcome
back
to
the
Bio
Jam
Pod
Cast.
episode
Number
6.
Season
1.
Let's
Go.
what we were just trying a new format
Because apparently we ramble a little bit. But
well, mostly me.
yeah.
That's been a bit of a critique, but I'm working on it.
It's okay. We're halfway through season 1.
Yes.
Thank you for sticking with us. It's been
Thank
so
you.
good. This week we have a Q&A.
Yeah, which is pretty exciting.
I'm excited. You guys had some good questions.
And there were lots of them
There
too.
were so many. We have had to filter
Yeah.
which questions we do. So if you like part 1, we were open to doing a part 2 just to cover all bases. Because you had some really good questions.
There were heaps.
Heaps.
So we definitely fully objective type setup to ensure that we're not choosing favourites and that everyone's questions were included in this sort of arrangement, and it's just been like a lottery process type setup. And I'm not lying. Like we definitely didn't choose at all and sit down and highlight the questions we were going.
We didn't think about it.
No. But if you really do want your question answered, just spam it. Like spam the Instagram chat, whatever.
Yeah.
And we will do it. Like if you just twist our arm, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll answer it somehow.
And we did want to answer it. And there were a good few crossover questions that kind of meant the same, or like they were going for the same thing. So we've tried to group things.
Yes.
But we know we've missed some.
Yeah.
But if, like you said, if they really want it, just hammer us.
Twist our arm.
Yeah, please. Awesome.
Yeah.
Shall we get into it?
Well, let's get started. I mean,
All right.
I'll just quickly shout out to Gabby. So she did leave a question pretty quick.
Yeah.
But we're actually going to film, and this could be another option for people.
Yeah.
We're going to film a little Instagram reel because it's actually a really great question about how to lift when you're time poor. And we thought we could also cite a recent study that probably is really relevant. So shout out Gabby. Thanks for your question. We're not going to answer it today, but stay tuned. Just
she gets
reel
her own
you
reel.
along. Yeah.
She gets her own reel.
Literally.
She'll be happy.
How special.
That'll be great.
I'm sure.
All right. Well, let's go into
let's
the
crack
first
into
couple.
it.
These ones are a little bit more chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with a fun one.
Would you rather, from Kat, our new receptionist out at Glen, would you rather never sweat during a workout or never feel sore after a workout? Why are you thinking so hard?
It's actually complicated.
I have an answer so quick.
Go.
I don't want to sweat. Imagine running on your lunch break, which you do frequently. I'm a little bit more of a sweater, I think, after working out. But you could just come back, not have to deal with the sweat, and still just function.
Yeah, I think you're ignoring the thermoregulatory properties of sweat. So I'm going with the answer of basically just permanent steroids, which is never feel sore after you work out. I think that's just being on gear, like performance enhancing drugs, honestly. I think that's the equivalent. You just recover, rinse, repeat. There can't be any downside, like maybe you just have no pain receptors anymore and you can't sense danger and then you do overtrain. As if. That's not a risk at all. Well, there you go.
Quick
There's the
answer.
first divide. Yep, I choose not being sore.
Not being sore
Yeah,
is
stop it.
insane.
Nah,
okay.
it's fine. Also, soreness doesn't guide a good workout or not. So
It doesn't. But would you... Yeah.
So there you go.
We could go at this for a while. Okay. Second one. I don't want to fight
Is it just
you.
because you sweat a lot?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Don't
all right.
at
No, that's
me.
cool. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, bestie.
That was a bit sweaty on that.
Shut
on that
up.
high
I'm
five.
holding tea.
All right, so
Okay.
question number 2 is, do you analyse people's gaits outside of the clinic? For example, someone walking slightly strange, maybe it's someone with a cool, unique run technique, something like that. Do you do that, Jessica?
I do, but not in a, they need to fix that way.
Okay.
More of a, you see someone hobbling and you're like, what's the sitch? Some people just aren't, I see some people come into the clinic and they're like, my friends tell me I have a weird walk. And I'm like, oh, do you? And literally it looks fine. And then you see someone actually kind of hobbling, and I'm just like, I wonder if they know or not. But that's just my experience with people coming in and being like, this is what I've been told, and they walk fine. Yeah. So what about someone who doesn't walk?
Yeah, true.
I'm doing quotations, but like fine. Yeah, I'll look at it and be like, oh, I wonder what the situation is. I wonder if they're aware that they walk like that.
If Does it's it something matter? They want to change or...
Yeah, exactly. Are they getting pain? Yes or no? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do analyse it, but not to fix it.
Yeah. So more, what's the story?
What's the story?
Yeah.
I'm just intrigued. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you? Yeah, I usually just go hang out like down the street, like in a busy area, and then I have all these flyers for our business. And then as soon as I see anyone with any sort of maybe deviation from what would be considered the most optimal way to resist gravity, I'm just giving them a brochure.
This is not
to bring them in. Because I'm like, no, your gait. Come on now. Did you not see that little bit of toe off was not symmetrical to the other side? You just slightly, ever so slightly pronate there. I think you really should come into the clinic.
Damn. That's hectic.
I do not do that at all. I'm sure. I hope everyone could tell I was being sarcastic. Do I analyse people's gaits? I'd say no, but like you just are aware. Like you just see people walk in different ways, and I think it's similar. It's like, well, I don't really think about, what's the story, but it's like, someone's a bit more shuffly. And I guess my take is like, with the shuffly thing, it's like, well, there's a reason that's happened over time. Like I view it more as like an adaptation. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of the time we say, shuffling's so bad, like look at you, like you catch your foot and fall. But it's the reason that probably someone's shuffling now is because maybe there's different health conditions, maybe neurological, maybe someone's had a stroke, maybe someone has multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
Maybe they've aged, and as we age, our balance becomes poorer. Mm-hmm. So maybe the shuffling is actually an adaptation to stay close to the ground so we don't actually lose footing because our single leg stance isn't that good.
Yeah.
That's why, again, I probably everyone thinks I think too deep, but I just don't see some of these things as problematic. There's a pro and a con to every sort of adaptation and way people move. But I just think, far out, isn't it incredible how you could watch a marathon and the amount of variation in everyone's technique, and you see some of the elites, it's the wackiest stuff. Their legs are flicking out either side, and some are heel striking, some are like 4-foot striking, some are pronating so hard, and you're like, initially you think, that can't be good, but they're elites and they've just done it again and again and again. It's their new normal. So
and you could have perfect technique or like perfect gait.
Yeah.
And still not be able to
and
run a
problems.
marathon. And you're like, okay.
So I think it's just something you do just naturally see. But just like most of us, I reckon we do just notice slight differences.
Always.
And maybe we notice a few more like fine-tuned differences when you become aware. But it's like anything. The more you look for something, the more you'll see it. And I think sometimes you don't have to look for it.
No. It's like when people come in, like you said, I think it's more from like a balance perspective. Like, I don't understand why I keep tripping over things. And then you're like, okay, let's actually look at how you walk, because maybe that is contributing to why you're tripping over things. If you see them on the street, though, if you're unaware of that, like, I just kind of go, like, they're walking. I don't think I need to spend my time analysing their gait.
But that foot clearancy thing, it's like, typically if someone is shuffling, you probably are, like, check how they balance, and it's probably poor. And that's why they're shuffling now, because then that means they can still get out the house and they're not as high a risk of falls because they don't not leaving the ground as much. But it comes at a trade-off. So I don't know. It's just interesting.
Absolutely.
Yes, we both do it, but maybe not for the reasons that
people think.
Yeah. Not to pathologize things or create
and we don't
issues.
Want to change it if there's no problems.
No. But it also shows there's things to change and modify if there are problems to keep people engaging in exercise, running or walking or hiking, whatever. There's different strategies, which is great.
Absolutely. Cool. Question 3. This is the one we've kind of combined from a few people talking about niggles. I'm going to read it straight off. How do you tell, or what are some indicators of an injury or niggle that is something you can push through? I don't know what the example is that they left, but essentially it was like, when should you rest to let it heal again before loading, or should you push through?
Yeah.
So how do you know what to do?
$1 million question.
So this is our first big question. This is our first non-silly question.
But it's tough.
It is.
Because how long's a piece of string and how serious is serious and how not?
Yep. And I think it is very individual as well.
Yeah, we all have different tolerances and training history, and all those sort of priors really influence how keen, how confident, how sure we are that pushing through in this circumstance is right. It's also personality types. Are we more on the side of, like, I guess you've got sort of a fear avoider, so someone that's a bit less adverse to taking risks, and when they experience pain, it's more like, oh, I'd rather, like, just dial it back or not engage.
Yeah.
And you've got the other end of, like, endurance copers, where it's like you're more prone to pushing through and, like, continuously just pushing into the pain barrier. I don't think either's optimal. It's somewhere in the middle. So it's how wide is that sweet zone where you feel confident you can still continue to train.
Yes.
So I think that's part of it.
Yeah. Coming from an injury perspective, I know people come in a lot and it's like, oh, I went to the gym, I felt this, and I decided to pull back because I wasn't sure. I think I go into more like behavior of the pain, what type of pain it is as well, like sharp versus like I just pulled up sore the next day and I woke up a bit stiff
so
the
like
next one.
Delayed versus something more acute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And kind of speaking about the differences in that. So like sharper pains that are lasting and don't ease off with movement, whereas something like tendon injuries usually get a little bit better with movement when you, like, after you start. So I think describing it is helpful, like to clients.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like you said, it's very loaded in history, beliefs. I don't know. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, I think too, like, pain's really wacky. So it's like, so you think too, something for ages would be like, if there's a bone stress injury, like a stress fracture, that can't warm up. Like, surely that should just be there. But those things can warm up too. So like, because, and like, hopefully we all like do get that, like, pain is super complex. And so is like our whole system. So even like being able to like describe is really challenging to have the words for that. Everyone's experience is different, and I guess we can only really describe based on our own experience. So if we've experienced a lot of pain for a while, or we have that history of like maybe a traumatic injury, we have a bit more of a guide of where. Yep. But again, that's still subjective. So
and it kind of comes to the sweet zones and like loading tolerance.
And everyone's would be slightly different.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think trying to differentiate between maybe if it's just like, so if we're thinking niggle, maybe it's something we can train through and it doesn't necessarily impact our form, or so it'd be like if we're running and there's a niggle. So I'd say it's more like probably awareness of something. So maybe your knee starts to hurt. You're like, oh, it's there, but I'm still able to run with the same cadence. I'm still able to run with the same foot stride that I would. I'm not changing that up. I got through the run, and then after a bit of rest, it recovered. I didn't make me limp afterwards. I was still able to, if you were doing like a speed session, you were still able to perform at the same intensity. I'd say it's a different story when it's like, the knee stopped me from producing power. The knee made me limp after. Yep. And my gait was funky, like I was doing weird stuff, like I felt like then my hip got a bit sore, like I was loading a bit different. Yeah. I'd say that's when it's like, we probably actually do need to like take a bit more of a look at that. Yeah. Whereas if it's just awareness and then it comes good, and we do have like pain sort of metrics that we try and adhere to see if something is in your sweet spot. So it's like, maybe we already have pain. So if we just treat our usual day-to-day pain, whether it's 0 or maybe it's a 4 for someone, we treat that as 0 on the baseline. Yeah. Maybe an increase up to 4 might be okay during activity, and then as long as it resolves within 24 hours. But the caveats would be like no drop in performance.
Yes. I think that's...
And it's not impacting our activities of daily living the next day. Yeah. And I guess that's more because what we'd sort of think of a niggle, it's not like something acute's happened. So we haven't sustained like some sort of injury, like we've...
Pop, click, ouch.
Something really sudden, like real swollen, where we probably follow a peace and love type approach initially. Yeah. Whereas the niggle, it's like, you're training and you notice something, and maybe if it's still persisting and it's not adhering to this recovery thing, it's probably not something we can train through. Yeah.
And building.
Maybe we need to modify, and maybe it's not the time to push for that PR. It's time to just stay steady for a bit and see what it does.
Absolutely. I think that's where I get a lot of the load stuff come in, though. It's like, if you have the ability to do sports a little bit funny, you kind of push yourself to like go into like those unpredictable situations. But like at the gym, play around with the loads. Like if you've got the time to, it's like, see how you feel if you drop it. Is it purely a load thing? Is it like, again, you could have slept bad. Like there could be a heap of factors that play on.
So like, recovery plays a huge part
massively,
too. So it's looking at that as well. It's sometimes we want to like pinpoint a cause of it, and it's more like our whole body's this ecosystem. So if we're a bit compromised in different areas, it's probably less about the training you've been doing consistently, and that's been fine. It's maybe some of these other factors have mucked around with this like load capacity ratio. I think as well when it's like, when to modify too. So there's lots of training modifications to keep you training through. If it is a niggle, it can be dropping the load in terms of the weight. It could be dropping the reps. It could even be changing up the form. Like maybe flat bench press is really provocative, but the slight incline might be more comfortable. It could be if you're doing a row and it's like a really wide grip, maybe doing something a bit more narrow, because at least you can still stimulate those areas. But
and then for sports stuff, it could be like the endurance side. Are you going for a longer activity today, or are you going for a speed style activity today? Just switch it up. If you have the ability to switch it up,
can you like keep intensity but halve the sets?
Exactly.
But also these things do happen when we're pushing limits and training hard. It's just that's probably an indicator where if we are getting these niggles, it's like that's enough stimulus at the moment. It's either can we recover better, or do we just need a bit more time to adapt?
And if you're unsure,
consult us. Like have a chat.
Because it is tricky, and sometimes you need the full picture and you need someone else to see it through their lens. And I think that's what a lot of people come from.
That's
it's
the
like
point.
You're non-biased, you just get the information and you can go, actually, load's great.
And I'm sure all of this is common sense, but it's really hard to do to yourself.
It is,
because you're dealing with everything plus then this. So offload a bit to us. But it's like if you are a client and you are having niggles, it's like we are more than happy to receive an email or like have a quick chat over the phone, whatever. Like it doesn't have to be a full consult if you just need a bit of reassurance, or it can be like just book in 30 minutes. Let's have a chat. Let's put a plan together if we need to tweak it, if we don't.
I agree.
I just have maybe it's a message here and there from a client, just like, hey, these things have been going well. I'm still adhering in this threshold. Can I bump the run by 5 minutes? It's like, as long as we're like adhering to this process that we've developed, sure. And that's really cool because that person still has autonomy.
Absolutely. And
then also I'm still in the loop, so I can help guide, because it's just as much knowing when to push as when to hold back. And 100%. That's where we're positioned really well to try and support you with that. So
that's probably the only point I'd say before we move on. It's like, again, I fully agree. It's like, I actually much prefer to be, I say this to like literally all my clients, I'm like, I much prefer to be heavily involved if you have a question or you have a concern, if it's a quick email to go, this is what I'm doing, I would like to still keep doing this, what are your thoughts based on like whatever they've given versus like what we've chatted about in session. Yes, no, it doesn't have to be much, but like you said, it keeps them doing their own thing and self-managing, but keeping as functional as possible. It's like so good. And then I'll be like, come in if you need to. Like,
and it's not like you need permission from us. It's just purely we're a sounding board that's not ChatGPT.
Exactly. And who knows you?
Sometimes ChatGPT is helpful, but sometimes like just someone knowing your full history and your current training plan, and that is helpful. So
all right, question 4.
Yes.
Another serious one.
Yes.
I think this came from our recovery podcast after this one.
Does sound like it.
Yep. So how do you ever recover, let alone get stronger, if pain means you haven't slept through the night in half a decade? Oof.
It's tough.
That's, I was going to say another word, but that's shit.
Oh, no, it is pretty shit, hey.
Yeah.
And like sleep, as we emphasised, is a huge proponent of actually recovering and feeling good.
Yeah.
Tolerating pain, life stresses, recovering from injury, illness, recovering from a training session. So it's tough. Like, and it means that probably all these other things have to just work. Like you have to work so much harder on these other factors too.
Yeah. And I know we harped on about the sleep, I think last night. I think we just wanted to harp on about the non-negotiables and how everything else was kind of an additive to that. And it doesn't matter what you want to do, but the evidence is very for these non-negotiables in those tiers. We're not going to harp on it about too long, but it was more about if those aren't in check, everything else really won't play too much of a role in how well you recover. So it's not that we were harping on about sleep. I know sleep is hard, like like especially when pain is there, but strategies to try and even get sleep to be a little bit better are super helpful.
And
as well.
We do know like low sleep, it does put like increased health risk to us as well. So again, I don't think no one would disagree with that, but it is accepting there are complexities to getting that done.
Yeah, and I don't think we will have a black and white answer on that either.
I think where it comes to is, well, again, what can we modify? So it probably goes to the other factors as well. So it's like, well, if something's compromised, so if we even say, when we'll get into like sort of different sleep tips probably that are like proven to like help support like a good quality sleep and regime. But if that's even out the window, then it's looking at those other 3 pillars of the training. So like training intensity, knowing when to push, when to dial back, just like the niggles. Like maybe if we're now getting niggles as well as on top of our normal type training, and maybe we're in a pain flare up, it's probably not the most sensible time to push. And maybe that program needs modifying to allow you to recover better. Because that's one thing we can modify pretty comfortably and easily from a training perspective. That's probably the easiest thing to modify, to add or take away from. So it could be the type of exercise, it could be the duration of the exercise, it could be the intensity, so that auto-regulation type thing. But again, you can get support from that. Like that's what any one of us are here for.
For sure.
Then you've got the stress management. Again, it's like that's not easy. It's fucking hard.
It's so hard.
But it's like if the sleep is, again, that's not something we can change, then the stress stuff really is important. It's like really looking into things that are proven to help is like whether it's some meditation, whether it's something like we said, like it can be watching a feel-good movie. Like it doesn't have to be these really strict things, but there's also good research in breath work. So it's just like there is a variety of things. And for some people, it is the exercise, is the stress relief. But it's, again, it's hard when there's that balance too, because if the exercise, and probably ties into another future question about exercising, but if exercise is our stress relief, but then we're over-exercising, and then it means that it's compromising our recovery, then that's not helpful either. So I think having different strategies, trying different things.
And different sleep strategy. Like I know we talked about it briefly beforehand, but it's like different ways to prep your sleep better as well. Like from a relaxation point of view, it taps into stress management, it taps into the actual like quality of sleep. So it could
be meditation, breath work before bed. It could be reading for some people. It's just something.
Having your room as your sleep space only, not being in there, caffeine intake, all the jazz.
This now transitions into maybe there's possibility to like, I hate the word optimize, but it's like how can we really get a sleep plan working for us? I actually talked to a client today about that because that was something. They had a stressful time, and then the sleep's been all out of whack, and there's sort of like broken sleep overnight, and then napping during the day, and like that's not really helping this sleep recovery cycle. So the tips are kind of sleeping during the day is not really helpful for that. So it's like, again, when we talked about naps, it's short duration, not too late in the afternoon. Then we look at things like caffeine intake. There's some studies that are like now, it used to be, I don't know, 6 hours it affects, 8 hours. It's like even up to 10, 11 hours caffeine intake for it to actually not affect sleep quality. So if we're going to bed, I don't even know the maths, like 10 o'clock at night.
I don't know the maths. I can't do math.
What, 12... I can't do the math.
7.
Lucky we're not mathematicians. I'm just an exercise physiologist.
9 hours to get to 7 a.m.
Okay, all right. I can't even count the reps. But 10 hours before bed is probably like we'd try and avoid caffeine intake if we'd try 10 hours before bed.
Yeah, I was just mathing again.
Yeah. It's just like, and it can be hard to do. But even if we can, like, even if it's 8 hours before, like that would really help. If we think and we are having caffeine right before bed, it's probably something we could try and change. Then it also goes to screens before bed, not really helpful. I'm not really into the put the shades on kind of vibes. It's just like lights. If you can kind of get off your phone for a bit, it could be like, then it provides a bit more time maybe for reading or meditation or breath work, whatever you want to do, just like closing your eyes. Then I think the other thing I was thinking is like food intake before bed. Also, if like whether pain wakes you, but even outside of pain, like if you're waking up to go to the bathroom, like sort of fluid intake, food intake right before bed's not helpful. Neither's like a really like hard bout of exercise right before bed.
Yeah.
So you've got all these timing things, and again, it's probably like simple, but there's a lot, like I've just listed a lot of things.
But that's all the little stuff that matters towards.
Yeah.
It's not just the sleep quality and the way you sleep and how long you sleep for. It's the lead up to that.
Well, that's what impacts all of that, isn't it?
Exactly.
And it sounds complicated, but it's like, it's also not very sexy either. It's like kind of just...
No.
I think then it just goes into... I wrote down a few things. The temperature of the room. Because I guess I try... but then it's more like, this is more sleep hygiene. So the other stuff's like setting you up for success for bed and like a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
It's now like temperature of the room. Like, do you like get really hot? Do you get cold different times of the year? It's like trying to keep the temperature consistent so you don't wake, you're not restless.
Yeah. If
it's
you're
like,
dealing with pain as well, like what are you doing and bringing into the space that you don't have to get up and go again?
Yes.
I think that's important.
Oh, like, maybe it's things like, I don't know, like heat bags or water bottle or...
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that. Then you've got like just sunlight or lights or distractions or loud noises. Like if you can modify that and keep that to a minimum.
Yeah.
Then the last thing's probably, and I'm sure there's a billion others, but it's trying to build a sleep routine that's consistent. That seems to be really important.
Yeah.
Because your body does remember, and you do like notice if, like, I mean, I've got my sleep pretty on lock at the moment. And like, thankfully, like I can do that, and I feel really lucky that I am able to. But I will like rise just slightly before my alarm.
Nice.
And I try to go to bed similar time, and I think that's just because now your body like learns its regime. And I think too, the hours I'm working at the moment, I'm very lucky that I sort of rise with the sunrise, and that feels pretty good too. Like I think we are naturally. So then it goes to, I'm really sorry to shift workers. Like it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy, but
we just got to try and optimize where we can.
So hopefully some of those tips may be helpful, but also I just hope it's not to invalidate you at all with that question. It sucks, and
it does suck, and it
just
so
means
linked.
there's other things probably we can try and support you with and just accept maybe that's something that's not doable, or maybe some of these tips, it's like, maybe just even that little bit of sleep you get, the quality could be a bit more improved. And I mean, I'm sure those little things, like we know they add up big time.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Cool. All right, next question. I feel
well, this is a juxtaposition.
This is what?
A juxtaposition. like a big difference. So it's gone. We've gone a serious question. Juxtaposition. A juxtaposition. I do a spelling bee with a client once a week. That's not my spelling word, but I'll try and spell it. Juxta.
Yeah.
Position.
I don't know the word, so I'm just going to say you're right. Nice. Great job, Sam.
Whatever. All right. Well, for those who knew...
All right.
Whatever.
Next question.
What a juxtaposition. So here is an example.
Yeah.
This question compared to the last question is a juxtaposition because this one is clearly taking the piss. Freaky Friday situation. This is question number 5. Freaky Friday situation. What would you do if you were to switch lives for a day?
This is from my housemate and best friend. Madison.
My best friend.
My best friend.
My best friend.
My best friend.
Mine. We've Freaky Friday switched.
Oh.
But
okay.
So if you and me for a day, you'd hang out with your best friend, Maddie.
If I was you for a day.
Yeah, you'd hang out with your best friend Maddie because you'd be me.
I would.
And Maddie's my best friend. Do you understand the joke?
I do.
It's pretty meta.
Wow, crazy.
No, all
you know
right.
what I would do though, as well?
What?
I'd get Maddie to shave your head.
I guess that.
Shave your mo. And then I would also... She put it in the question and said, be a calf model. And I would 100% be a calf model.
Yeah, I'm not showing anyone my calves. I get a few compliments.
That's okay. I think I'd also run as much as I can and just like gas you out.
How far do you reckon you go?
Whatever your body was capable of doing.
Great.
I'd literally crash you out, so when we switch back, I feel really good and you're just cooked.
This literally ties into the next question. It's so funny. It's like foreshadowing.
I know.
Thanks. Like, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty resilient. I guess I'll just deal with it.
Oh, okay. What else would I do?
You won't have known speed like it. You'll be shocked. You'll look down at my feet and you'll be like probably running in like just barefoot. You'll be like, what the heck? Imagine if I had the new Alpha Flies on. You wouldn't know how fast that is.
Whatever. What would you do?
But that's pretty funny.
It is funny.
So if I was you, I'd juggle the soccer ball 100 times in a row.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so boring.
Yeah, I just like can't do it. No joke.
Really?
I used to play futsal at this, it was called the Centre of Excellence. It was pretty fun, but like we'd always for some reason have this little break and it'd be like juggling. Like a few people would go out back, like out of sight, and then they come back and say, yeah, I did 105. I'm like, I reckon that's cap. But also, yeah, I'd probably get to 20. I don't know if I lose interest or I probably just lose count. As we've seen, I can't count very well.
Yeah. Damn.
But no, I'm not actually like, I don't think I've ever juggled to 100.
Damn, so
you would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
My top's 1,000 and I got so bored and then I tapped out.
Are you actually serious?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
I had a full day
That's
where
something I joke about, but...
No, I had a full day where I just had headphones on and I was like, I'm going to listen to music and I was just juggling and I told myself 1,000 so I could say I've done it, and then I hit 1,000 and I like did one more to go 1,001 and then I was done.
That's kind of like like the 100k thing. I like did 101.
Because why not?
Yeah, but also like 1,000's like crazy.
Yeah, it was fun. It was boring. Towards the end, I was getting so frustrated.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Extra question though, while we're talking about football, because it really riled me up.
Oh.
One of the clients in Footscray, he said I could name drop him.
You can shout him out.
Max.
Yeah. Maxie.
Max,
I actually miss you, mate.
Watch the video and
Max.
look at my jumper. And no, I will not be wearing. He said, if Manchester United beat City, you'll have to wear like a Manchester United jersey. And I was like, no.
All right, here's the double down, because there was another part of that question. If Manchester United, all right, you'll probably be around. If Manchester United beat Man City, then we'll have Ross on the podcast.
Oh,
Max's brother. So there's the wager, buddy.
Okay.
I'm convinced, man, you are trash. Sorry, Max. I'm sure you're listening and you're like, oh, how dare Sam say that and whatever. Well, what are you going to do? You leave a comment? It drives engagement for me, so... I don't know. There's the wager. Wager?
I liked that.
All
Thank you.
Yeah. I'd back Man City in there. I mean, you were pretty rubbish before international break, but...
I know. It was shocking. Anyway,
I have 2 of your players in my fantasy prem, so they better.
I don't have any of my players in there. That's how confident I am.
Fake fan. All right.
Okay, next question. Another serious one.
Yeah, well, it ties into how you just enter my body and then just drive me into the ground. So... Sorry. We've got a question here that says, thoughts on over-exercising?
We've got 3 more questions, so this
over-exercising. Over-exercising. Yeah, it's
hate it.
Not ideal.
No. For so many reasons.
Yeah. And I think, it's... So, you can go, really serious with this question. And then it probably ties into the niggles type thing too. Yep. It's like, there's signs when things are not really having that balance with recovery. Mm-hmm. Talks to the recovery podcast.
Yes.
It's really important that we are recovering because we set ourselves up for success and adaptation and progression over time. And if we're overdoing it, it's not going to equal that.
No.
And you actually fall out of love with the exercise and you get injured and that stops you doing it and it makes things worse.
Yeah.
Then there's real conditions there is control, disorders about excessive exercise disorder and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And that's really unhealthy and unhelpful.
Yeah.
And I think it's exercising really, really hard and pushing yourself till you're sick. You know, you got David Goggins and I think he's kind of cool, kind of funny, but running around an ultra marathon and I do ultra marathons now, but it's kind of glorified. He's doing it with broken feet. I don't think that's cool.
No.
I think David Goggins is kind of cool, but I don't think what he did's cool. No. And I don't think we should aspire to that.
And we shouldn't be promoting that.
No, because that's not longevity.
No.
And most people wouldn't want to do that, and they shouldn't.
No.
It's
but
not
I think that's
right.
Stigma is probably the wrong word, but I think that's how some people approach exercise as well. I don't know if you get it in clinic-wise, but if someone's coming and say we've rehabbed something, I had it recently, we've rehabbed something and I'm like, okay, what's next? What are you looking to do? I know we talked about getting into running, getting into the gym. What does that look like for you? I want to do it all, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool, love that. So realistically, you only need to be in the gym this many days a week at this intensity Also, you could run 2 times a week, once a week to start with, twice a week to start with. And like the shock on their faces is like, really? Like I don't have to double session? Because I think the norm on social media sometimes is like, if you want to run and lift, you've got to be doing a bunch of like hybrid double sessions where you run in the morning and then like, you know, lift heavy in the afternoon. I'm like, that shouldn't be the normal. Like you don't have, it doesn't have to be. Because again, I think it promotes a lot more of those like unhealthy behaviors and unhealthy relationships with exercise.
When exercise is meant to be a health promoting thing.
Absolutely.
And I do see it a lot probably with as adults get into like middle age and then older, it's like they know exercise is good, but it's been ruined for them by these like really awful bouts of overtraining and injuries, and then it's like you lose trust in your own body. But it's like the training program was just, you were never set up for success.
No.
And that's where it's like a lot of the training programs online, it comes to like goal setting as well. If you don't know how to goal set, if you don't know what your current capabilities are, I see it time and time again, people training for a marathon and you have these set goal times that you're not even ticking off sort of earlier, like 5K times, 10K times, and you're just beating yourself up on all end.
Yep. Yeah, ChatGPT programs.
And like some, like again, don't get me wrong, like we just know like engaging again and again is helpful, and that drives adaptation, and you'll probably do well with sort of a basic program that's geared towards strength and conditioning. Yeah. But when it's progressed in certain ways and it doesn't account for those nuances of when someone gets a niggle, like ChatGPT is not considering the niggle part. No. It's considering just here's a graded plan to get you to the goal, you've formatted it. Yeah. So it's just based on a purely outcome-based goal, which exercise isn't outcome-based. No. It's cool to have goals, but I just view it more as, well, we do it for our health, for different aspects. Yeah. Then it comes with the level of fitness or improvement or engagement, and like it's cool to have goals, but when the only sole focus is just an outcome, it does drive this sort of, And that's one side of thing. I think the excessive exercising is a different side, but you can see this crossover. Yeah. You see in CrossFit, like there was a lot of stuff about like rhabdo. So it's like the condition, like you have sort of protein breakdown and it's in your blood, and that's really not good, and you get really unwell. Yeah. It can be life-threatening. You've got things like RED-S, so relative energy deficiency in sport. So it used to be like the female athlete triad, where young athletes would lose their periods and they'd be really low body fat. And some aren't either, like they just have low carb availability and they're at risk of bone stress injuries, but it's typically those things. And now, but like everyone's at risk of that if those things happen, and it's usually this overdoing it, lack of the nutrition, recovery, like the sleep. And there's these signs like to reproductive organs and sexual health and that sort of thing. So it's my thought on over-exercising. I think exercising really, really hard, so glorified and put on this pedestal, and it's just not it. Like it's not sustainable. It's not what I'm trying to preach. Yeah.
I also think it's like there's such differences between like athletes and like preparation for sport and to perform, and I don't think a lot of people see the background of like the programming. Yeah. Where it's like there's off-season stuff, there's pre-season, there's,
and they still get injured.
Absolutely, but like that capacity.
They've got dietitian paid for, their sleep's dialed into a T, like they've got sports psychologists available to them. So it's really, really...
Yeah, they have the resources.
We're just off working as well and then training hard, and I think I'm pretty lucky with not having many injuries. And then I know other people and they don't like run 100k and they get injured on much less, and it's unfair. And I think it also comes down to genetics and your training history and just a bit of luck. So
but overall we don't like over-exercising.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Really good question.
It's a great question. Yeah. All right, last couple. Nothing too crazy. Is this for me?
I'll ask this. So question for Jess.
Ooh.
More so I saw your endo post. And which was awesome, by the way. 3-part series. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
You loved it. I loved it. I think a lot of people loved it. Yeah. And was wondering if you could chat a bit about endo, or would you consider an endo potty? The second question: when are you going to keep Sam in check so it doesn't run over 15 minutes?
This is well over 15 minutes, but I think we.
Lol.
Lol.
All right, I answer that one. I don't know.
When am I going to keep Sam in check? If you know Sam at all, it's not going to happen. I try my best. I think this is better than what we were ever going to get. I try so much.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Shout out, Jess.
Yeah. I don't get... Ooh. I don't get enough recognition for doing this.
I know you try. I can see you looking over at me. I see some of your mannerisms, the way you stare into my eyes, and you're like, you're over time.
You just went on another rant, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I loved the endo post. I was super passionate about it. For those who don't know, I have endo, so I think that's the part of it, the lived experience. And I think for me, there was a bit of a... I do want to do a potty, I think, firstly. I think potty would be great.
We want to.
Yes, we definitely want to. It's coming up very soon. But I think it was more to gauge, it took me a while to understand how to get around from, an exercise perspective or just even, a functioning perspective. And over the last, 12 months has been massive for how it's changed for me. So I think I was kind of at the point where I was like, this is sick. Still there, still doing its thing. I don't think it will really ever not do its thing, but there's certainly ways to get around it and live through it. So I'm super excited to do a potty. So thank you for the support. I definitely got so many messages. It was so nice to have a chat about it. But I think that's the population group I really enjoy working with as well, as regardless of whatever chronic endo-pelvic style pain, the performance out of it and the exercise strategies. So exciting. You can do so much and modify so much. So I'm excited.
You're a breath of fresh air. I think it's been an underrepresented condition for a long time, and there's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's exciting what you're doing, and thanks for sharing your experience too.
Thank you.
Because I know it means a lot to a lot of people, and it's really bloody cool. So
yeah. Oh, thanks. That was so nice.
Yeah, I mean it.
Oh, I won't keep you in check anymore. No, I'm joking.
You
I will.
have to. Yeah.
Lock in.
Yeah.
All right. Last
hell
question.
yeah.
Woo, I'm excited for this one.
All right. This is from Uncle Dan.
Shout out Uncle Dan.
Yeah. The flexing physio. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He's bloody funny as.
He is funny. There's so many funny.
He's a good bloke.
I love Uncle Dan's
I miss
reels.
Him. Yeah. I do miss him. I was actually on his podcast, if you haven't listened to that.
Can we link it?
Yeah, we probably can link it.
Let's link
we'll
it.
shout it
Give
out.
him some
He shout
credit.
us out too.
Yeah, absolutely.
About our bone health one, and he tells me he listens to our podcast. I tell him I listen to his, and
yeah, his is good. I like his.
Yeah.
Please do more.
He's just funny. And,
get out of the hiatus phase.
Yeah.
Post regularly.
No, I think he is now finally.
Yeah.
But the podcast he did with me was meant to be out of his hiatus, but it didn't quite happen.
And it was another month.
But he's into it. He's got some new staff working with him too, and they seem unreal. So
looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to catch up.
Well, Uncle Dan, thank you. You did leave a few questions, but this was the one we went with. So, what are your favourite motivational quotes at the moment? So I've chose two.
Classic.
You can start.
Okay.
Though.
Why don't you do your one and I'll fill the middle part in.
I'll do my long one. Can you ask this part?
Is it real sweat?
It's real sweat. I'm a high performance athlete. Athletes sweat, 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 baby. Ki, rah. Sweat, sweat. Oot, oot.
I want another one. No, mine's deep.
What?
Mine's deep as.
No, that's motivational. It's. What do you mean that's not deep? Are you kidding? Athletes sweat. Sweat, 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 baby. Ki, rah. That's not deep. What the heck?
I'm cringing so hard.
You can cringe, mate. It's deep as. For those that know, shout out Gabby. Gabby will know. And she'll be laughing.
Gabby.
She'll love it, and she'll be motivated, and she'll be just smashing all the weights in her brother's garage gym. Off you go, Jess.
Okay. Well, shout out Matt. I've given you 2 shout outs in a row, Matt, this week and last week.
It's because he's an EP and he's a pretty good bloke.
He's a great bloke. Matthew, thank you so much. He helped me. I got a text message saying, give me a quote. And I was like, damn, I actually don't know because I don't really look at quotes that much. And so I asked him at work and was like, what's your favourite quote so I can send this person a quote? And he gave me one and I've loved it. It's so good. Okay, so it's 2 roads. I think it's part of a poem. So yeah, but it's 2 roads diverged in the woods, and I took the one less travelled by, and that made all the difference.
Wow.
How deep.
That's really good.
So, like, take the untravelled path.
Yeah.
And you'll learn more and experience more.
All right, I've got one that's a bit deeper, Matt. Sorry. So it's also going to be our code word for this episode.
Thanks
it's
for
by
insulting me.
It goes like this: stay hard.
No.
Code word.
No.
David Goggins. I dissed you, but I love you. Shout out David Goggs.
God.
Stay hard. Code word. Hit us up. Stay hard.
What's the... No.
Hit us up. Stay hard. That's it, Jess. Good stuff. Good potty. We're well over time. Well done. So jammers, basically, if... I don't know how we're going to do a metric of, like, do we do a part 2? Like, is it just...
let's
do
give
a
it...
vote thing?
Yeah.
Instagram, we'll get, like, general consensus from comments and stuff. Like...
Yeah. We are happy to post within the week. If you want it.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. If we get 10 total stay hards,
we'll post a part 2.
Yep, and it includes comments. It includes in clinic. So
Okay.
I'll update you, but we'll get so many stay hards. Everyone's staying hard.
Oh, that
Sweat, baby, sweat. Keep. I got better and better at it.
Oh my god, I'm aching so hard. All right, thanks for watching.
Thank you. So yeah,
Thanks
there might
for
be a
listening.
part 2.
Yes.
Otherwise, usual proceedings.
Stay hard, jammers.
Stay hard. See
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
What the f***? Stay hard.
It's David Goggins.
No.